Ladies and gentlemen, I have to be completely honest and transparent as a die-hard, lifelong Los Angeles Lakers fan. Got to be honest with you. I'm a little concerned. I am a little concerned. And you ask me, why am I concerned? Well, first off, LeBron James is having an absolute incredible start to this season. He's been playing phenomenal. But I want you to understand who I am as a person. Last year, I was of the belief, and I feel like any astute basketball fan out there will say this, not you diehard LeBron fans. I'm talking about people who actually understand the game of basketball. If you watched the Lakers last year, to me, it didn't take long to realize the MVP of that team was Anthony Davis. On both ends of the court, I thought he was the better tool for the Lakers. Defense, it wasn't even close last year. LeBron's defense got better last year, but I think LeBron's actually playing better defense this year, if you want me to be honest. His defense, his first year in LA was awful. Remember that? When guys were pushing him to play defense, it was awful. And then last year in the championship season, it got better. It got as close as we had seen to LeBron playing elite defense in the last few years. And this year, I actually think LeBron's playing pretty damn good defense, which is shocking to me because he's also really damn good on offense. Listen to me. This year, clearly LeBron has been the MVP of the Lakers, and he's right there to me as the MVP of the league. Last year, I didn't think that. I thought Anthony Davis was the guy. I really did. Why is that so? I thought the Lakers did a great job in year one of AD of putting all the things around AD that make him successful. What do you mean by that? Well, number one, this starts with Rajon Rondo. People ask me, yo, what the heck's wrong with AD this year? I know he's been banged up a little bit. And look, AD is going to be banged up throughout the rest of his career. I mean, this dude was like a freshman in high school, and he was only like 6'2", 6'3", and he ended up 6'11". This dude, and at the core, is a guard. So now you got him banging on the block with bigs. He's going to get injured a lot. That is the reality of the rest of his career. I'm fine with that. You know, little knick-knack injuries. As long as the brother can make it to the court come playoff time, as long as you got him on your team, you got a chance. You remove Rajon Rondo from the roster. To me, that was mistake number one. Is Rondo a better player today than Dennis Schroeder? I would say no. Obviously, Dennis Schroeder is clearly a better scorer than Rondo has ever been. But Rondo and AD have got great chemistry together. Great chemistry. And what Rondo did a good job of when he was a starter and definitely when he was a reserve, what Rondo would do as soon as he got into the game is he'll give AD a couple of easy lob plays. Give him some easy looks, right? And find him in transition. Rondo believed Anthony Davis was the best player in the world. And he went out of his way to try to get the best player in the world comfortable. That was what Rondo thought. And look, it worked. The Lakers won the ring last year, in large part because of AD's success. To me, the Lakers are better suited with AD dominating the game versus LeBron dominating the game at this juncture in his career. LeBron is the greatest of all time at just kind of eyeing what I got as a talent and fitting in, right? Like, obviously, LeBron can be and will be your system, but LeBron doesn't mind taking a step back and saying, okay, AD's got it, cool. Wade's got it, cool. Kyrie's got it, cool. I don't need to be the number one scorer. I just need to be the number one playmaker. If it's about AD, I'll just back up a little bit and let AD do AD, right? Obviously, guys like Kobe and Mike, they were guys that also could just kind of see and kind of fill out the game quarter by quarter, but they were more or less looking to get themselves going versus other guys. So with LeBron, he'll actually say, okay, let me figure out the game, and if need be, I'll figure out how to get AD going in the fourth quarter versus myself. You don't bring back Rajon Rondo. He's in Atlanta playing with the Hawks. I thought that was mistake number one. Another thing that I did not bring up in my previous video, but I do want to emphasize here, Anthony Davis has let it be known to the Lakers in the regular season he does not want to play the center position. He does not. And if he had it his way, he wouldn't play center at all. But he has let it be known that if need be in the playoffs, he will acquiesce to what's best for the team and play the five hence what the Lakers were able to do with AD against the Rockets, right? And I do think a situation like that could work because, I mean, at the time, the Rockets center was PJ Tucker. He was banging with AD, but at the end of the day, he's only like 6'6", 6'7", damn near 6'5", 6'6". So for AD, he was comfortable with playing center in the playoffs. He doesn't want to do it in the regular season, night in, night out. I don't think AD's ever said this, or I've never heard AD say this, but I do believe some of his injuries, I think AD believes a lot of them come from playing the 5. So what do the Lakers do? They went out and got bigs, but these bigs don't like banging. You bring in Marc Gasol. Mark ain't trying to bang at this point in his career. Hell, he really's never been a banger, even in Memphis. I'm from Memphis, in the grindhouse. Let's be clear, Marc Gasol was really good at post defense, but if you look at some of the guys that were able to give Mark problems throughout his career when he was in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation and even won one year, it was the guys that were not afraid of Mark and wanted to bang with him, like bang with him. So Mark ain't banging at this juncture in his career. He's mid-30s. He's not. Even though when you look at that Lakers team, night in, night out, it says Marc Gasol is the starting center. Honestly, he's more of the 4 and AD's more of the 5. If you look at where they're spaced at on the court, more times than not, Mark's playing from the top of the key or maybe in a corner. And then Mark doesn't finish games for the Lakers, which brings me to my next guy, Montrezl Harrell. Montrez is interesting. On offense, he does bang, and he will get down low, get you some offensive boards, go in there and get some gritty points. Not necessarily the case on defense, though, which, again, I know Montrez is shorter than AD, but sometimes they'll make it as if though AD's playing the 4 and Montrez playing the 5. But if you watch the game, it's clear as day that AD is the default center on the court no matter who they've got where from a position standpoint. That is the reality. So I do think it's in the Lakers' best interest. I don't know, maybe go out and get JaVale McGee again. He'll probably be available at the trade deadline from the Cavaliers. Or make some other move and bring in a center. I don't think the Sixers will give up on Dwight Howard. They use him as a comparable guy who can get a lot of starts whenever Embiid's not playing. So I think that bridge is burned. But the Lakers need to go out and get a banger of a center. They need to do that. A guy that can soak up some minutes for AD, especially in the regular season, and keep AD's body as fresh as possible. If not, you're going to continue to see these little knick-knack injuries. Again, though they have Marc Gasol, he's not banging as much at this point in his career, which leaves pretty much AD the default center. Montrez ain't banging that much on defense, and he's just kind of limited because of his size and height. So you need to go give AD some help down low, and I think the Lakers should go out and maybe call the Atlanta Hawks and say, hey, can we go get Rondo back? That is my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the Lakers this season. I'd rather have the Lakers running their offense through AD versus LeBron. I think running the offense through LeBron gets you a lot of regular season wins. I think running the offense through AD first, LeBron 2, get you to that playoff success that you had last year. Catch full new episodes of FERRO's music-based platform every day only on YouTube at It's Mr.Taliaferro. You can also find clips, updates, giveaways, and more on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also at It's Mr.Taliaferro. For all basketball fans, make sure you tune in to FERRO's daily highlights, reports, and commentary on YouTube at HoopsFERRO, and even more updates on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at HoopsFERRO as well.